Hey guys, I'm Matt Johnson, and I'd like to welcome you all to today's episode of Coffee and Watches. Now let's not waste any time and let's get into today's review. Hi guys, if this is your first time here, go ahead and click on the subscribe button and become a part of my Coffee and Watches family. Thanks so much for the subscribe, guys. Now today I'm reviewing my limited edition Sevenfriday P1B03 Japan Off series. Go ahead and take a look at how cool this watch looks. Now, Sevenfriday is a unique watch brand based in Zurich, Switzerland, although they can't actually call themselves a Swiss watch, basically because they use Japanese Myoda movements. They make stunning and beautiful watches in their bold and unique styles. If you want to check them out, I highly recommend going over to sevenfriday.com and taking a look. Before we turn the camera around and take a closer look at this watch, I want to show you the coffee that I'm drinking today. It is Caffe Verona from Starbucks. It's a dark roast with cocoa hints. Really great coffee. So go out there and grab yourself a bag. You can get it at any Starbucks store worldwide. I'll put a link in the description below where you can also get it online. So without further ado, let's turn the camera around and take a look at this stunning watch. Well, here it is, the Sevenfriday P1B03 Japan Inspired Off series. And indeed this watch presents a unique twist on the watch brand's iconic P series. The instantly recognizable square shape with rounded edges is synonymous with Sevenfriday. Now this particular watch makes use of new printing effects and materials to establish and reflect on the old and new history of the country whose influence is glaringly apparent in this watch. Let's take a look at the actual specs, and then after that we can take a look at the subtle yet beautiful design inspired elements. First off, taking a look at the case back, we can see that this watch is limited to only 450 pieces in the entire world. This particular watch unfortunately is sold out, but I'll put a link in the description below to some resellers that are selling it right now at the time of filming, which is April 2020. Now the face on this is made up of rhodium and opaline translucent discs with a pressed rhodium base plate and block printed wave pattern. The mechanism balance wheel is visible between the 7 and 8 p.m. positions, offering a small but visible look into the movement. Now talking of the movement in this is a Japanese Myoda 82S7. It's 11.5 inches plus 40 to minus 20 seconds a day, 21 joules, automatic hand winding. It's not hackable. It has a 40-hour power reserve and a frequency of about 21,600 vibrations per hour. It has hours, minutes and seconds and a 24-hour indicator, which on this particular watch is shown at the 9 o'clock position here by this black and white night and day wheel. Now first taking a look at the hour hand, it's this grey hand here and it's filled with super luminova, and super meaning it's a Swiss luminous non-tox glowing formula. The minute hand is white and also filled with superluminova and has red accents. And finally, the seconds disc between the hours of 4 and 5 is a translucent disc with a red second marker dot. The case is a polished stainless steel case, and the bezel here is a highly polished white ceramic. Now looking at the case back again, it's polished stainless steel. The Japanese script here in the black watermark disc reads Japan. I'm actually a professional magician and travel the world performing, and I used to be the resident magician at the Hilton Hotel in Nagoya, Japan. So my love of Japan and love of watches comes together perfectly in the Sevenfriday limited edition. Now back to the watch. The outer animation ring on this is made of cherry wood. The glass is a hardened anti-reflective mineral, and it has been specially treated to be strong and scratch resistant. The strap is genuine leather, white on the outer side with red and black logos right here and white stitching, and a black underside stamped with the Sevenfriday logo. It's a little difficult to see, and also genuine leather. It has a time buckle, and on this end of the strap, as you can see, it has a highly polished Sevenfriday logo over a brushed background. Now let's take a closer look at some of the beautiful Japanese inspired accents on this watch. The P1B03 represents a beautiful journey through the history and traditions of Japan. The first thing I want to point out is the beautiful white ceramic bezel. It's a familiar nod to the ceramic used in teapots and teacups and the relation to the historical Japanese tea ceremony. The base faceplate on this, as you can see, is block printed with a wave pattern that represents the beautifully raked sand found in Japanese Zen gardens. And the beautiful cherry wood outer ring obviously represents Japan's historical cherry blossom festival. And now to the white and black leather strap on this watch, which represents opposites, yin and yang, the concept of opposing forces actually complementing each other, which they do so beautifully on this watch. And finally, the stainless steel clips here repeat the wave pattern that we see inside the watch, and basically these represent the metal of a traditional samurai sword. Well, there you have it, my friends, a look at one of the most beautiful watches in my collection. Okay, let's ask the watchdog what he thinks of the watch. Okay, I get it. A watchdog's opinion, he loves the watch. I'll put a link in the description below to sellers that I've found online that are actually offering this watch for sale at the time of this video, which again is April 2020. Well, that's it, guys. That's another episode of Coffee and Watches. Thanks so much for dropping by. I love to hear your comments, so please leave a thumbs up and a comment in the comment section below. As always, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe by clicking right here and join my Coffee and Watches family, and check out some of my other videos right here. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you again on Monday. Bye for now.